Hey guys, welcome back to JDM Culture AE. Today we have something special for you with us. We are going to be talking to Zayesh.
Yeah. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Before we get on with this, can you tell me your age?
I'm 23. So
23.
Yeah.
And this is a very well done car which we'll get to in a minute.
Thank you. I appreciate the words.
I want to understand what went through your mind when you were thinking of an FJ Cruiser.
So actually, my dad used to own an FJ Cruiser like throughout when it got released like 2008, 2009. So we had an FJ since then, but we would always like keep one for like few years, sell another, get another color. That's how it went. So later on, we fixed onto a beige color FJ, and that we used it for around like 5-6 years. And when it was getting older, like when we got got used to the color, we thought of getting like a black color and building it like a buggy. That was our vision.
Right.
So we got a good deal on a TRD FJ Cruiser. We straight up went on it and got this FJ, and we built it with a vision as like a like a sleek, not overly done.
Right.
What needs to be done has been done in that way. Nothing much overdone. It's like once you look at the vehicle, you can see like there's nothing much in it, but the people who know what mods have been done, they will appreciate for what
People
I have
will
done.
know. I mean, we're going to be talking about the mods, which is going to be my next question. So,
Yeah.
I know lift kit is very common in the UAE when it comes to FJs and Wranglers and
Yeah.
all these off-road SUVs.
Exactly.
But what sets your FJ apart from the others?
So there are tons of lift kits in the market, as you said. Like people prefer, like there are tons of brands, like hundreds of brands, like tons of Chinese brands, and it depends upon what you use and how you're going to use the lift kit. So in this, what we have installed is a king suspension. So king suspension, currently it has a front king suspension, and the rear is a king rear triple bypass suspension, and the front suspension consists of a secondary shocks also. So total, usually normal cars have only like four shock absorbers
Right.
in each corner. Now this car has a total 6.
Right.
So 4 in the front and 2 in the rear. So how we set up the vehicle is like for pure off-roading
Right.
and for occasional street driving.
Right.
And this suspension has been custom tuned
Right.
to take the maximum abuse.
Right.
So normally in the market, what people do is they buy the suspension from off the shelf and put it onto a vehicle, but they don't know what's the potential of the vehicle or of the suspension, of
Right.
like the amount they bought the suspension for,
Right.
which is like very unusual. I don't know why people don't actually unleash the full potential of what they have. So currently, like I have maxed out the king suspension on the mid-travel setup. There's even long travel setup, but it's like we don't need long travel
Yeah,
for
because you don't have rocks over here to climb on, right?
It depends upon how we use, but for the UAE desert, this is more than enough.
The terrain is okay for mid-level.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us the difference between having a normal lifted kit versus triple pass,
Triple bypass.
and then you've got twin shocks on each front corners?
Yeah, on front.
What difference does it make in terms of drivability and off-road use?
Okay. So the normal lift kits are like for visual appearance, as I
Right.
told you earlier, like it's just for visual appearance, and it does the job. But for my purpose or what we use, like it's mainly for abusing it in the off-road
Right.
and keeping our car safe. That's keeping us safe and keeping the car safe from big impacts. That's what the shock absorber, they absorb. That's what it's called, why it's called shock absorber.
Right.
So right now what we have is a king suspension, as I told you earlier. So it's been set up to take every impact what you throw at it, jumps, you name it, like every terrain, what you throw at it will take it. So the normal lift kits are limited. It's like for like for overlanding, and you can take it like it's for street use. So
Right,
it's
okay.
like extreme way, the
Okay.
king suspension what we have put in.
So, okay, so that's about the suspension. This would be very useful information for people who are thinking of doing suspension mods on their FJs. In terms of power, have you done something?
No, in terms of power, the stock FJ is plenty. We have it, like we like to keep it reliable. We will what we consider doing is reliability modes.
Right.
So the stock FJ is reliable enough in stock form. We don't want to overcomplicate things by modifying. You know, we are gonna take it to desert. Obviously, we are gonna abuse it. It will be all over the RPM. We don't want to put like heavy modified parts on, which
Right.
which might break in the desert and
Right, yeah.
keep
yeah,
us stranded.
yeah. Obviously, as you said, rightly so, that we don't need much power when you're off-roading. But you do need cooling.
Yeah.
So you've done some cooling mods?
The current cooling mode which I had done is for the gearbox and an ATF cooler. So what an ATF cooler basically is, as by the name, it just helps in cooling the gearbox fluid. It's called the ATF, auto transmission fluid. So normally what happens is the ATF passes through the radiator. So what we're gonna do is we'll take that passage and cancel that passage and bypass it through a cooler.
Right.
A similar setup to the oil coolers which we do in the off-road cars.
Yeah.
I mean the modified street cars.
Yeah.
So we are gonna bypass it through another cooler, external cooler. So it's
Right.
gonna keep the temperature of the gearbox down.
Then I think there is enough space inside the engine bay to reroute the pipes and install.
But the stock FJs has plenty cooling modes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
So
overheat.
if you're not doing something extreme, you don't need it. This
Yeah.
is what he's trying to say. Okay. How long have you had the car?
So this car, as I told you earlier, it's like a project car. We bought it as a project. So I just wanted like 3-4 months ago I bought it. So it's
Right.
like 3-4 months. But the beige FJ we had it since 8 years.
Nice. So you are an FJ guy throughout.
FJ,
Do you know the
FJ
meaning of FJ?
no.
No? To the viewers who are watching us, FJ has been there since the 50s. And F in the FJ stands for the F series engine that it used to have back when it was an FJ40. And J stands for Jeep. You might not know about this, but this thing started off as an inspiration by looking at the Jeep of that era. And Japan wanted something of their own, and they came up with the FJ40, which now is a legendary name. 6 cylinders,
6-cylinder.
off-road capable,
Yep.
upgraded suspension, upgraded cooling.
Bead locks.
You've got bead locks.
Yeah.
Have you done anything to the interior?
Interior, we just installed a carbon fiber steering. That's it. It's like basic interior, nothing
Right.
else. It does the job.
Are you planning on putting a roll cage or something? Because I heard you talking about rallying.
Yeah.
Do you rally this car?
No, it's a street legal car. We have
Right.
another rally cars which we'll get into some other point,
Another
another
time,
day.
yeah. Okay. So this is going to stay as street legal as possible.
Street legal as possible.
Okay. Tell me about your favorite memory with this car.
Favorite memory is when we first got this vehicle. TRD-FJ is very rare in the, like, it's produced like in limited numbers. To get a hands on these and that too in a good condition is very rare. So it just came into our shop. By the way, I have a garage called Toolbox Auto. It's situated in Sharjah. So we are specialized in FJ cruisers. So one day this vehicle came in for an inspection, actually for my another customer.
Right.
So it was on the lift. It was very clean, like maintained throughout by a lady, lady on vehicle.
Wow.
So it was so clean that it convinced me to like get a TRD-FJ as like a project car, like start from the beginning, like start from zero and build it up like the way, like a unique FJ which has never been in UAE. I mean, for a TRD-FJ.
Yeah.
So that's how it got. So we started building from day one, new suspension, new wheels, fiber bumper. Like how I envision, it's done. It's done on the vehicle.
Now, I have seen a lot of FJs on the road with the TRD sticker.
Yeah.
And being someone who knows about the history of the cars and the comparison we can do, we can tell, okay, this is just a sticker.
Okay.
But what would you like to tell to the viewers if they want to buy a TRD? What is the difference that they should look at?
So to buy a TRD-FJ and to see what's the difference, obviously it's the fender flares. The fender flares are so rare you can't even purchase in the market. So first thing which you are going to notice is the TRD fender flares, then the TRD wheels, which is also you can't buy it off the shelf. You have to get it used from somewhere or from a scrap. Even in the scrap you can't find it. So these two things are like a takeaway, it's a TRD edition. And the roof is a black color.
Right.
Normally the black FJ Cruisers which comes in black, the roofs are white. You might have noticed.
Yeah.
So only on the TRD edition, the roofs are black from the factory itself.
Toyota reliability.
Yeah.
Where does FJ fall in that category?
Okay.
Like when someone says Toyota is reliable, yes, of
Yeah.
course, this is also a Toyota. But FJ's had a little bit of issues in the beginning. So have you faced any reliability issues with this car or in your previous FJs? And if so, what are the common issues that people should look at before they buy a car?
So the first thing, if you're planning to buy used FJ, obviously there's no brand new FJ in the market anymore.
True,
So you
true.
are gonna go for a used FJ. So just get it inspected by a well-reputed garage, and it has, the maintenance records, which has been maintained very well. That's more than enough, and just do a general inspection on the suspension, on the drivetrain, on the engine mounts, gearbox mounts, and all the fluids. Then the health-wise, you can do a compression check on the engine. So that's it, basic, that's it. There's nothing like faulty electronics or anything. It's a bare-bone, basic car which can take you from point A to point B and from point B to A with no hassle.
And a lot of fun.
And a lot of fun. You can abuse the car like there's no tomorrow. And
True.
it's just do a normal routine maintenance. Don't skip on the maintenance.
True.
If you, like people say Toyotas are reliable and some people face some issues, but those are like generally due to lack of maintenance. Every car, whatever car you own, you have to keep up with the maintenance.
You've told us about the suspension setup. Tell us about overall what mods have you done to the car?
So the first mod, which is like the primer mode, which people whenever they go to off-road have to do, is a lift kit. But if you are going in extreme cases, if you are going for like basic off-roading, the basic suspension is more than enough on an FJ Cruiser. So what we had done is the King suspension all around, plus the King secondary shocks, and with the total chaos upper control arm. People, when they lift their suspension, they don't recorrect their geometry. So to get the maximum droop, we have to go for a upper control arms. So what I have opted is for the total chaos upper control arms. Then the next is the wheels. You can see the big wheels over here. It's a Method B-Lock wheels, MR106, and with the 285 tires. It's like equivalent of 32 inch tires, I believe. And the fiber off-road bumper, which is my own product, and dynamic slide, then snorkel, a hood scoop, the TRD fender flares. It comes with the vehicle itself, so we kept it as it is. Then an automated side step, which is rare for off-road vehicle. We had to put in something to give it like a little bit luxury, so that's what we had done. Then chase slides. Then what do you say? That's it.
That's a good list.
That's a good, yeah. And for the reliability part of the mod, an ATF cooler.
Right, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you, since you've done so much work to the car, do you take it to events?
Events like a car meet, so?
Car meets or even off-road drives with your club?
Yeah.
Are you part of a group or
yeah,
something?
we are part of it. I'm a part of a group. It's called Desert Raiders.
Right.
So they have tons of levels, like newbie plus, FUB, and so on. Right now I'm a newbie.
Right.
But as by the bill, you might think I'm a pro, but I'm new to off-roading.
I mean, you are 23 years old in the end. You can't have too many things. It's going to take some time, right?
Yeah.
It comes with the experience. But this is good that you're on the right track. And this is also a message for people, young generation who's thinking of getting into the off-road scene. It's not always about power when you go off-road. It's about stability. It's about what you can throw at the car and it will take it happily. And it's about reliability. Toyota obviously is a reliable name, but you can always make it a step further. Okay, so on that note, I would like to thank Zayesh for coming and showing off this beautiful car. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.
Thank you.
All right.